Today on the channel, we dive in a little bit deeper into the Haslab Hiss Tank with the exclusive Haslab Cobra Commander.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Here, and welcome back to the channel for another Haslab unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the Haslab exclusive retro card Cobra Commander. But for all your Haslab needs, make sure you're hitting up Hasbro Pulse. But for all your other G.I. Joe Classified Series needs and everything else under the sun, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% on all in-stock items, anything over $79. Does ship free. Got to get a deal out there. And I felt like I got a deal with that Hiss Tank. As we do know, the Hiss Tank funded multiple times over. Well, you know what I mean. It was a huge, huge success for the Hasbro G.I. Joe team. A lot of people getting their Haslab as I'm filming this, even before and probably after I'm filming this. So it is a big win, of course, for the G.I. Joe team. We look and turn our attention now to the Dragonfly next year. And if you missed the Hiss Tank unboxing, we did that on the channel. We're doing this Cobra Commander, and we're also doing the 3 tacticians, drivers, all that in a separate video. Trying to give everybody their moment in the spotlight is what we're doing. But Cobra Commander, a guy that deserves the spotlight. Cobra Commander, an all-timer. You can't really say G.I. Joe cartoon without thinking of Cobra Commander. He's one of the first people you do think of. And of course, Cobra Commander over the years in the cartoon, comics, and then of course the action figure lines, many a different looks. And this is an old school vintage throwback Cobra Commander, which I can see them re-releasing down the line with a few paint changes to give us this Cobra Commander, because this is a heavy, heavy hitter, and there's a lot of people that want this loose in their collection that will not open it up because it's part of the Haslab. I feel that way. I do not want to open this up at all, but man, here we are. I got to open it up. Opened up everything else in this collection. Got to do this one here, but a lot of people will want this one on card. Obviously, very cool vintage style card back on this one. Would display beautifully on card. Just an all-timer for a Cobra Commander figure. Just one of the all-time greats. So, a very fun figure. We're going to do it, though. We're going to unbox it here on the channel because that's exactly what we do. And, of course, we're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And, of course, we're going to start off with the packaging. First thing I noticed about this, I love how well this stands up all on its own. Does not fall over. It is not super, super hard like Marvel Legends card back, but it is much better than the retro card back we're getting from G.I. Joe currently. We do know that it's switching to the thicker card back. I assume at this point it will be thicker than this for those keeping track at home. Beautiful unpunched edition at the top as well. Classic G.I. Joe logo across the top. You got Cobra Commander and all of his Mickey Mouse glory here. Big old starburst behind him. Cobra, the enemy, just like the good old days. Cobra Commander in the plastic prison there. Then up above, you can see all the extra accessories, things like that for Cobra Commander. Just an all-timer right here. On the back, big Cobra symbol right there. Very, very cool. And then, of course, the classic file card. That's the only thing Classified's missing for me. I wish they had a file card like this on all the packaging. They will in the retro line. They will in the retro line. But let's read about our old friend Cobra Commander. Codename Enemy Leader. Hey, Enemy Leader, come over here. I don't know if anybody calls him that, but we'll see. File name, Classified. Primary military specialty, intelligence. Secondary, experimental weaponry. Always a dangerous game. Birthplace, Classified. Grade, Commander-in-Chief right there. Absolute power. Total control of the world, its people, wealth, and resources. That's the objective of Cobra Commander. This fanatical leader rules with an iron fist like a young Motorhead out there. He demands total loyalty and allegiance. His main battle plan for world control relies on revolution and chaos. He personally led uprisings in hotspots across the globe, responsible for kidnapping scientists, businessmen, and military leaders, then forcing them to reveal their top-level secrets. If he was kidnapping businessmen and he kidnapped me from my day job, I'd say, I'm in. I'm a member of Cobra. I'll join the ranks. What can I be? Can I be like a copperhead? That's what I would say. But that's neither here nor there, unless I get kidnapped in the future. We'll see. And we've talked kidnapping stories on this channel. We know all about kidnapping. Cobra Commander is hatred and evil personified. Corrupt. A man without scruples. Oh, give him his scruples back. Probably the most dangerous man alive. Well, Ken Shamrock would have something to say about that. I do agree. But he is a dangerous dude. And this is designed by the Haslab, established 2018, it does say right here. Without further ado, this pains me. This is one of the more painful ones. You guys know I'm a min-on card guy at heart. Just no room for all that kind of stuff. But we're going to do it. We're going to open up the old Cobra Commander. Coco, as some people do call him. I would never call him that, but some people do. Some people do. All right, I'm going to try to do nice. I'm going to try to do a nice version here. There it is. There it is. Not bad. Not total distrosity, as Ultimate Warrior would say back in the day. There it is. Card back. A gentle off to the side. See you later. There it goes. See you later. All right, Cobra Commander looking awesome in the plastic prison. An all-timer. Truly an all-timer right here. We're going to knock him out real quick. And we're going to save this. We're going behind the back. The behind the back, see you later. You don't see that very often, folks. You don't see that very often. Another thing we don't see very often is these extra hands here in the plastic prison. Most of the time, classified figures, outside of a rare few, we don't get extra hands very often. So, man, I am here for that all day long. And as we always say, twice on Sunday as well. Gonna get all these little weapons out of here, hopefully. It's a little holster kind of thing going on. Oh, my gosh. Can we make this any more difficult? What are we doing here? Why do we got to make everything so difficult? I just want to get these hands out. Just want to get this little snake out. Just want to get world domination. I just want to get on with the world domination is what I want to do. I don't know. I'm getting frustrated here. Trying to get this gun out. It won't pop out. Oh, come on. Is this real life? Is this really happening? Do you got to be smarter than the accessories? Apparently you do. And apparently I'm not. Come on. Come on. Work with me. Work with me. There it is. There's one. Can I get this fist out? Of course, Cobra Commander. Oh my gosh, caught it like a true professional here. And this knife here is the very curious one. I'm trying to figure out the best way to get this knife out. I'm going in through the back. I'm a master of going in through the back. So there it is. See you later. Take that. Take that. All right, let's dive in here. Let's dive into these hands first. And we're going 2 Fists of Fury for Cobra Commander. I can't see him throwing fists very often, but if he needs to, at least he can. So we got 2 Fists of Fury right there. Then we do got a little kind of Mangle World hand. We got one of those going on. 2 trigger hands over here right out of the package. And then, of course, you can't have Cobra Commander without the finger-pointing hand. He's going to tell you, brother, what's going on. So we got some good hands with Cobra Commander here. All the hands you could really want for the one Cobra Commander. Now we do get his little pistol, his classic little pistol, very scientific looking, very experimental weaponry is what it reminds me of. I don't know where I got that from. All in black, a little bit of red on there, on brand for Cobra Commander, here for that all day long. Little knife here, he's got a little knife like a young Valiant Thor. Oh, check out Valiant Thor, I think North Carolina, I believe so. But they got a little knife just like they do. And of course, this is something Cobra Commander I could see using, pulling it out the side and giving somebody one of those. I'm here for that. Nice silver blade, black handle. Hear about that all day long. We do get a backpack, of course, OG style backpack for Cobra Commander. Fit his little pistol back there. On brand, once again, old school Cobra logo on that. A little silver against the blue. On brand, looking really good. Then we get down to this. We get the globe with the snake. Isn't that the throwback to, there was like a video game or a computer game, a magazine ad or something. That's kind of the throwback to that. I think we also kind of got this with Super 7, as we do know, from the Cobra Commander. A great figure as well. Don't pass that figure up if you can get that on a deal. Nice Cobra here all in gold against the globe. Here for that all day long. That's his splayed out hand. He can hold this if he wants to. We'll do it in the glamour shots, of course. But now we get down to old Cobra Commander. We're getting down to business. And this is classic Cobra Commander. And it's weird when you close your eyes. Now everybody close your eyes with me. Let's all close our eyes at the same time. Let's just do it. No peeking. Close your eyes. But what do you think of when you think of Cobra Commander? Do you think of this look with the helmet, or do you think of the hood? I think a lot of people think hood. I'm not sure what I think. They're both like equal to me, I guess. I think I had more time playing. I had both versions of Cobra Commander as a kid, but my first version of Cobra Commander was this helmet, so I guess this is what I do default to. But both are extremely iconic, as we do know. Both look really good here, and Cobra Commander looking very nice here. Got the big blue helmet going on we're accustomed to, all the way down to that nice black turtleneck action. A little bit of silver in there, give it a little dab of color, and then he's got the big old faceplate. And man, do you guys think of G.I. Joe the movie with the faceplate coming off, and you can see all those eyes, and he's turning into a snake, and Roadblock's blind? Oh man, calamity left and right. Nemesis Enforcer, don't call him immortal off to the side. Things went south in that, as we do know in the G.I. Joe movie. Probably the best movie of all time, in all honesty. But I could see this being re-released. Of course, we talked about it earlier. We'll talk about it a little bit more. I could see this with a more like mirrored finish on there to make a point of difference. I could see that, but this is a little bit plain Jane gray, kind of silver color. Looking nice, though. You do get that Mickey Mouse, I think they call it, Cobra logo here. That's what leads me to believe we'll get this re-released. A little bit of changes, a little bit of different bells and whistles, different logo on the front. I think we'll see that in the future. We'll see what ends up happening there. Beautiful, beautiful blue color here. I'm a sucker for a guy in blue. Cobra Commander, a beautiful blue color here. Love all the red around the black. He's got the straps molded in, things like that. Holster on the side for the knife, of course. Nice black shoes going on, and he's got like stirrups over the top of those there. So he's real extra professional. Got the racing stripe down here when he starts running. He gets really moving, so you can see those stripes there. I'm sure that's what that's about. Of course, you do got the hole in the back for the backpack we did talk about there. And then sculpted in on the belts, all that kind of stuff, all the bells and whistles. Let's walk through the articulation on old Cobra Commander here. Arms do go all the way around. Beautiful butterfly shoulders on that. How about that? You do, of course, get the bicep cut. Double jointed, pinless elbows. Hits being played with Cobra Commander, like the silver band around here as well. Hands removable, as we do know. Not a ton of movement out of those hands, but 2 trigger hands out of the package. We do get the nice ab crunch there, looking good. Waist articulation as well. Big old Cobra Commander splits. Look at that. Was he a gymnast? Is that what he's hiding? He was in the Olympics somewhere along the way. We also get the drop down hips like we did get with the classified line. Leg goes up. Bend at the thigh. Of course, the thigh cut. Double jointed pinless knees. The hits continue. The hits continue. Ankles up and down, side to side, and then a little boot cut, but more of an ankle cut on this one. Very interesting to see that. But all the typical G.I. Joe classified movements out of this one. Now, does he fit on a ringside collectible Mattel stand? Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%, as we always say. What do you know? Fits perfectly right on that stand. Looking good. An all-timer in the Cobra Commander department. One of these days, we got to do a top 10 Cobra Commanders on the channel. This is definitely a top 10 Cobra Commander, if you ask me. Just a fabulous, fabulous figure. The only sad thing is a lot of people will be leaving this on the card and not getting to enjoy it off the card. That's where I do hope and I do feel that eventually down the line, we will get this in the classified line with a little changes, not to totally devalue this one, but we'll get some different changes. I can see that happening. But of course, not the only Cobra Commander we've got. This was our first version of Cobra Commander with this cape, of course, celebrating cape season like a young Lando Calrissian right here. But then over here, he went full-on Lando. He went full Lando with this one. The big old cape looking good, the globe, the staff, just a supreme Cobra Commander over here looking good. And then sometimes you even got to get a custom one. Had to get a custom hooded Cobra Commander in my collection as well. Hopefully one day we can get that. It sounds like it's never going to happen, but stranger things have happened, I think. And it happened on Netflix on a TV show, I think, as well. So we'll see what ends up happening there. But man, in all honesty, this is a fabulous, fabulous Cobra Commander figure. Of course, part of the His Tank package. And of course, make sure you're checking out the other videos on the channel where we open up the driver, the technician, all that. And we also unbox, of course, the His Tank. So check out all 3 of those videos along the way. So there it is, though. Cobra Commander from the His Tank. What are your thoughts? Is this a pickup, a pass for you? Are you playing a long game? Are you trying to just get him by himself on eBay or something? And do you agree with me that we'll get something very similar in the future? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, if you made it this far, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell as we got videos every single day, including everything G.I. Joe Classified. You don't want to miss a video, make sure you do subscribe. And of course, for early access to all the videos on the channel, bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, you name it, head on over to the Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media, Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Cobra Commander, I'm Cobra Kyle, and I'll see you guys all real soon.